Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everybody's doing well. Sims 4 video, redecorating Cypress Terrace in Willow Creek. Not redesigning it, not touching the architecture, I'm just redecorating. This was horrible, but before I begin, you might hear a fan in the background. I will apologize if that annoys you, but it is sweltering here, and as a reminder, we don't have air conditioning. I have a window open and a fan going behind me on low. I'm sorry. Do the best I can do to keep it at a minimum. This took me 3 days, and my computer ended up overheating, and I lost a majority of what I had done from the second floor up. A second and third floor were completely wiped. Half of what I did outside was gone. I was very upset. So I ended up putting all my settings down to medium, and you're going to notice it. The shadows are wonky, the lighting is wonky. Even the Sims themselves, they don't have too much definition to them. I won't apologize for that, because if this computer goes, I'm dead. Then I will have absolutely nothing left to my name and no way of attempting to make an income. So I'm trying to pamper it and baby it as much as I can. I'm sorry if it doesn't look great. So this is the house. It has 3 stories to it. There are supposedly 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, I believe. It started out as I can't quite read that, I'm sure you can, 205,000 simoleons. And they had approximately, I think, 50,000 simoleons, or was it 25? I can't remember. I gave him a little extra. I gave him 80,000 after all was said and done. And the house, if I'm not mistaken, maybe it was a 121 house and I went up to 167. It went up, I'll tell you that one. I gave them far more than they had. And again with the packs, sorry, it's just too difficult to try and make a house look nice with base game. So it is pack heavy. Unintentionally, but pack heavy. I could not figure out a color scheme for these guys. You'll notice it's very colorful here. This is a very 70s design with a lot of 70s elements to it. And I didn't want to stick to that aesthetic, but I didn't want to take away anything either. So I think, kind of like the land grab house, I was attempting to bring them into the 21st century without going overboard. I'm not unhappy with the outcome, and I'm not overly thrilled with it either. I don't know that I made any major improvements to this place, other than giving them a little bit more of what they should have had. Maybe? Like the little girl, she had absolutely nothing. And by the way, these guys live in this house and none of them work. So I gave Eric the doctor career, and I gave, what's her name? Olivia's mom. I gave her the scientist career. Because if you're going to live in a house like this, you're going to need a good career and a good education. So I left that at starter. I don't care about these guys. I never did. I don't know why. I just never did. And the one thing about this house, I'm sure a lot of people will agree, is that it sticks out like a sore thumb in this neighborhood. Why is it here? I have no idea. I remember ages ago, there was this talk show host married to a news anchor. What was his name? Maury Povich? don't remember where they lived, on the East Coast somewhere, but it was making the news that they had bought, what was it, a Frank Lloyd Wright house, and they were going to completely demolish it and put up something even uglier. Everybody was outraged. I feel that way about this house. I don't understand why you plunked this down in the middle of Willow Creek any more than I understand the land grabs house. That makes no sense either. Why it's there is beyond me. But then if you think about it, why is the Goth house where it is? You know, these 3 homes should have their own neighborhood. Like kitty corner from each other and let them just fight it out. I don't understand it. I tried to go live with these guys so you could watch them interacting, but I got a pop-up from Olivia asking if she wanted to be interested in games, video games. So I paused it. Not that it really matters. Yeah, color scheme. I don't know. Ceiling lights, colors, flooring, and those doggone curtains. You know, I am fed up with curtains. I'm about as fed up with that as I am with people calling me racist. I am not bothering with curtains in this game anymore, unless I go CC. Now this woman here, I don't understand. She has her own room with her own computer, and she comes into this dude's room. This is the old guy's room. And she uses his computer. Oh, and by the way, they all liked the decor. They were all very happy and green about it. And the camera itself, I don't know, maybe I haven't, well, I did do this for heaven's sake. But it was very choppy. Stick, 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 stick. And that might have something to do with going down to medium. I apologize for that as well. I cleaned it up as best I could. But it's probably not good enough. Now the kitchen here, I like their living room and I like the high ceiling. I like everything I did with that. This room threw me. Because I kept telling myself, you know, what they have isn't all that bad. It's neat, it's interesting, it's different. But I wanted to change it up anyway, and I don't know that I did much justice to it. I gave her a open roof. She's very much into plants, so I smothered her in plants. I fixed up her little garden area a little bit. I think it looks a little bit more cohesive than it did. I got rid of the silly gnomes and stuff like that. And I did give her a rug. I just forgot to go back in after the computer snafu and put them back. But she should have a rug on her floor at the sink. Not that it matters. But yeah, this, oh my gosh. This just took way longer than it should have, and the result doesn't even show it. So I kept telling myself, are you really going to put this up? Are you really going to put this on your channel and expect people to like it and watch it and enjoy it? But after everything that I had been through and all the work that I had put into it, I'm like, there's no way I'm not gonna. There's no way I'm not gonna put this up. So I did give Olivia things. She has things in her room. She has things outside. I gave them a pool, which I think they richly deserve. That one spot, it was just dirt and half grass, and it was gross. So I put a pool there. I widened that overhead thing, which still does not make sense to me. Yeah, it's a cool idea. It's different. But there are holes in the ceiling. So when it rains, you're not getting very much protection, are you? I don't know that the kitchen came out all that bad. But I maybe should have liked the first one. Left the first one the way it was. And by the way, some of you may have already noticed, but where Grandpa is now is where the dining room used to be. I just didn't think it was fair that Grandpa had to walk up 3 flights of stairs just to get to his own room. because all of the third floor was Grandpa's. And I still don't remember what was on the third floor facing the back of the house. I have no idea. 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. And I only count 1 in the back for Grandma. And then the second floor, this here was Olivia's room. This is supposed to be a bulboid, blubloid. I don't remember. But it's not a hamster. This was originally Olivia's room. Across the hall was originally her parents' room. And then the third floor was just Grandpa's room. So what was the room in the back? Wait did you see what I turned it into? But I think I gave her a lot more than she had. She didn't even have a desk in that room, I don't think. I gave her a bookcase and an animal. So this is Mom and Dad's room. This is where my computer just went kaput on me. And I couldn't move my mouse. The music, it was funny. It was just stuttering. Sorry. But it was funny. I couldn't do anything, so I had to press the button on my PC to get everything to shut down. I mean, I was doing Control-Alt-Delete until the cows came home, and even that wasn't working to bring up the task. What's it called? A taskmaster? Task manager? Nothing was working. Yeah, it was at this point. So when I came back in here, I'm like, you guys don't deserve anything after everything I've been through. But I don't know that it came out that bad. They have a nice view of that hill and Grandma's garden below. They have a nice bed. I put a lot of the little girls' things out here because I made this third floor like a game room, family room, and a gym. It's kind of bare on this side, but you know what? I was over it. So this is their gym. I believe this was Grandpa's room. And again, I did not think it was fair that Grandpa had to walk up all them stairs just to get to his room. I thought they sold water bottles and protein shakes, but you have to buy the whole rack. And then it says it's for retail, so I didn't want to put that there. So I gave them that little refrigerator instead. So this is like a gym bathroom where you would go after sweating your butt off for a couple hours. Nothing fancy, nothing special. I don't know that Grandpa would care one way or the other if he was on the ground floor or the third floor, but it's not anything spectacular. It's just different from what it was. But again, the shape of the house is the same. Well, I did take those rounded corners off. If you watched my land grab video, you know how I feel about rounded corners. I can't get the trim off of those things. And I know I can just delete them and replace them. But after I took them off, I'm like, this doesn't look half bad. Yeah, so this is kind of like a game room. And this is a room I had no idea what was in here to begin with. I also gave him a sauna, and I hope this works. I have no idea how this stuff works. I don't think it's a bad thing. Hey, if they're that rich, they can afford this house, they probably have a sauna in there somewhere. Maybe not on the third floor, but whatever. This is The Sims. I don't think it matters. So that was the house that I redesigned. And again, I don't think I did a horrible job. I just don't think I made it that many improvements that it was worth showing anybody. So I'm sorry. I'm only doing this because I'm stubborn and I spent too much time on it. My trees are gone, but that's the lowered settings. I'm gonna go look for Bob Ross's house here. I hope you don't mind. There it is. I can't believe they put Bob Ross's house in here. It is so cute. It's got nothing to do with any of the Sim worlds. And there it is, Bob Ross house. I think it's cute. Thank you so much for watching this and supporting my channel. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. That would help me out a ton. I thank you for being here. I hope you have an absolutely fabulous day. Take care now. Bye-bye.